Welcome back to Project 613. Today we learn two mitzvot. Number one, we review the mitzvah of blowing the trumpets. As we've learned in great detail, this would take place in the Holy Temple as an accompaniment to the sacrificial offerings, and also when the Jewish people were in a time of trouble and they would cry out to Hashem for help, they would blow the trumpets. And now we move on to another mitzvah, and really another category of mitzvot. So by way of introduction, we know that there are 613 biblical mitzvot. But in addition to the 613 biblical mitzvot, there are also 7 rabbinic mitzvot. And what that means is mitzvot, instructions that were given to us by the prophets or sages or rabbis of future generations after the Torah was given. Now, Maimonides teaches us that although these mitzvot are of rabbinic origin, nevertheless, we are biblically mandated to observe and fulfill them. For the Torah instructs us to fulfill the instructions of the sages of future generations. So in fact, when we do observe the rabbinic mitzvot, we are in turn fulfilling a biblical mandate as well. And this is what justifies us making a blessing even on rabbinic mitzvot. So both today and tomorrow, we will be learning examples of rabbinic mitzvot. Today we will talk about Purim. Purim, of course, is the most joyous holiday on the Jewish calendar, where we mark the salvation of the Jewish people from the wicked Haman, where Haman plotted to annihilate the entire Jewish people, men, women, and children, all in one day. And in an amazing chain of divinely orchestrated events, thanks to the brave intervention of Queen Esther and the good advice of Mordechai, Haman's evil plot was turned on its head, and the Jewish people were spared. Now, at the time, Mordechai and Esther and the prophets of the day instructed the Jewish people to observe this day, the day of Purim, the 14th of Adar, as a holiday and joyous occasion for all future generations. And they instructed us specifically to keep 4 specific mitzvot on Purim. And they are, number 1, reading the Megillah. We are obligated to listen to the Megillah being read on both the night and the day of Purim. Both men and women are obligated in hearing the Megillah, and even children are educated to come and hear the Megillah as well. The second mitzvah we have is to have a seudah, to have a festive meal to celebrate Purim. The third mitzvah is mishloach manot, where we send a gift of food, of 2 types of food, to at least one friend. And the fourth mitzvah is the mitzvah of matanot le'avyonim, where we give charity to the poor. We are to give charity to at least two poor people, or to at least 2 different charitable causes. Now, Maimonides tells us that it is preferable for a person to add and to spend more on the mitzvah of matanot le'avyonim, on charity to the poor, than on preparing himself a lavish feast. For in his words, there is no greater and more splendid happiness than to bring joy to the hearts of the poor. And someone who brings happiness to the hearts of unfortunate individuals is actually compared to God himself, because this is in fact the way God behaves, where he revives the spirit of the lonely and revive those with broken hearts. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.